Okay, so as expected, the Browns are smacked at home by the 49ers in very, very embarrassing fashion. And Shedeur Sanders looked just like a scrub in this start, I'm not going to lie. He was fucking horrible. Once again, he's only completing passes that are like from behind the line of scrimmage and within 8 yards. The only throws he can complete are those really fucking easy ones any QB can hit. He can't throw into tight windows. He had that one good throw on the sideline, that was in a busted coverage for a touchdown. Good. And then about 35% of his passing yards came from that one throw. So, that tells you that everything's underneath again. And he's not very good. And there's the key thing for me is there is almost no difference from Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. They're practically the same quarterback, except Dylan Gabriel is more athletic and Shedeur's taller, and Shedeur has a better deep ball, and even though his deep ball's horrible, but and Shedeur, is more aggressive, pushing the football. But this game he looked timid, he looked scared to throw because he didn't want to throw a pick. Someone's in his ear telling him, hey, Shedeur, you can't throw a pick today. And make you look bad instead of, and he took multiple really bad sacks holding the ball because he can't. Why do you think quarterbacks, hold the ball for too long? Do you think, nothing's going to be open? Or how about most of the time they're not reading the field, they're not seeing the open player, and his processing is very poor. His head's not moving at all. You can tell he's getting stuck up on his first, second read. And Stefanski, listen, if he wants to trot Shedeur out there, he's got to simplify this offense. He's got to make everything out of shotgun. He's got to make sure there's RPOs, there's screens. I'm saying 90% of the throws should be behind the line of scrimmage. You shouldn't be attempting this many throws with a quarterback this bad. And listen, a lot of people are saying, well, why didn't they throw it 40 times? Or whatever, why didn't they throw it more? They didn't throw it more because, first of all, they're in Cleveland and the wind is swirling at 30 fucking miles an hour wind gusts. And with a quarterback with a hilariously weak arm like Shedeur, what do you think is going to happen if they throw it deep all the time or intermediate into tight windows all the time? The ball's going to fucking wobble and float in the air with his weak-ass arm. It's going to be intercepted. Yes, once again, he had that nice throw early in the game, but it was a wide-open player. Anyone can make that fucking throw in the NFL. It's not fucking hard to make that throw. And isn't the NFL all about balance? You mix the run with the pass and the pass with the run. You use the run to set up the pass and use the pass to set up the run. Stuff like that. It's simple. Now the Shedeur cultists who don't know. I don't want to sound preachy by saying this, but you can just tell they know nothing about football. They don't know. Don't know a thing about the NFL. The NFL is about balance. It's about running and passing and running. You have to mix the two. You have to have sort of a harmony between the two. And you've got to make sure you're establishing both in the game. You can't be too leaning on one thing. You can't run too much or they'll take it away, or pass too much because they'll take it away. And you get the point. You got to use both to your advantage as an NFL team. And that's what and by the way, the 49ers were averaging like 1 yard a carry, and they won the game. They stuck with the run, and they mixed it. Even when they were struggling, were loyal to it. And it ended up working because they fucking killed the Cleveland Browns in this game. And the same thing, by the way, the Browns averaged almost fucking 5 yards a carry, so they were 4.5. That's solid. That's decent, right? They were doing well on the ground. That's why they didn't go away from it. They didn't go away from it because why would they, right? I know it's stubborn when you're down by multiple possessions to keep running the ball, but listen, when your quarterback is a fifth rounder who can't read defenses with a weak arm and 30-mile-per-hour winds, what the fuck do you want? What are you going to do? You are handicapped with the type of offense that you can do because your quarterback has the weakest arm fucking in the league, and he just is not fucking very good, and his process is so slow. He takes sacks. He can't read coverages. His head's not moving around. He's not looking. He's not surveying the fucking field like a quarterback would. And it's really hard and quite simply, it's really embarrassing to watch this guy because everyone in the Shedeur Sanders fucking fan club was hyping this guy up as some fucking amazing first-round player, saying this motherfucker is better than Cam Ward. I know Cam Ward wasn't really great today, but still, Cam Ward also has an excuse. His team is dookie fucking water. But, the Browns are shit, too. I'm not trying to say the Browns don't suck. Their line isn't that great. Even though Shedeur had all day to throw on half these fucking snaps, and he still was fucking underneath throwing behind line of scrimmage. It's really this simple. He's fucking horrible. Like, can we just let it go? Oh, but let him develop. What is there? Once again, There has to be talent there to be developed. What talent is on the film that you would develop? His deep ball, maybe at best it'd be adequate. Weak ass arm strength. Weak arm. Oh, but he had that one throw on the run. Good, he had one throw on the run 1 game ago. Cool, okay. The one throw, that's not a full body of work. You look at every other throw he's had. Come on, man. We're just twisting a narrative because, you know, I don't know why narratives are getting twisted here. I don't understand it. I just don't get it how a player this fucking bad can amass a following this fucking large at this level. I mean, people are ride or die for Shedeur Sanders, and right now this is the hill they're standing on, and that right now they're having a fucking stroke on it, and they're on the verge of sudden death. It's almost over for them. And there's no difference between Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. There's none. There's no way there is. Because looking statistically, they're almost the same. I mean, looking at the way they set up the throw, they're almost the same. Their arm strength is basically the same. Honestly, Gabriel may have a stronger arm than Shedeur, and that's saying a lot. Gabriel's got a weak-ass arm. And especially in the 30-mile-per-hour fucking Cleveland fucking swirling wind in November. I mean, what did you think was going to happen in this game? You think he was going to ball out and light up? There are actually people who believed he played amazing in this game, and you could tell they're all Shedeur cult fanboys. Every one of them. Because you should be able to step back a little bit and just take a look at the 3 games he's played in and say, wow, this guy has a low completion percentage. He's not accurate beyond 8 yards. He's holding the ball. He's taking too many sacks. He's thrown some interceptions, and you know, he's taking risks with the ball. His deep ball is not very good. He can't really throw intermediate that well. He's good at the short range and throwing underneath, but that's about where all the positives of his game ends. That's what I've seen in 3 games of Shedeur Sanders. Well, more like 2.5 games. In 2.5 games of Shedeur at quarterback, I'm ready to say, okay, this guy isn't a starter. Pull the plug. He could be a nice spot starter, backup guy who can manage the game. But that's it. And you can't win a Super Bowl with a quarterback like that. Let's be honest. Someone who is just not accurate beyond 8 fucking yards. How are you going to win games with that? Listen, I know the Bears are winning games with Caleb Williams, who, I mean, just fucking has like a 50 fucking completion percentage in every game he plays in. But they're not winning. But they're winning because they're running for 300 yards per game. I guess the Browns, they don't have that sort of luxury where they can get lucky and get 300 rushing yards per game. But so you're not going to always be able to replicate the success of other teams in the NFL. And there's obviously more talent on the Bears than there is on the Browns. And I'm not going to blame it fully on Shedeur, but the QBs are one of the main problems, but they're not the main problem. The main problem is the coaching is garbage, and the talent's not very good. But then the quarterbacks are like the 3rd highest, maybe even 2nd highest priority to why the team is fucking horrible, right? And I mean, Shedeur's contributing nothing. And last week he contributed nothing. He had a 50 completion percent with half his completions coming behind the line of scrimmage. One of them went for a 70-yard touchdown. He actually had a nice throw in this game, once again, to the sideline. I believe the Harold Fannin Jr., who caught it, who was wide open on a busted coverage for a TD. It was a good throw, you know, considering the circumstance. So, but once again, the one good throw he makes comes early in the game, and the rest of the game he's trash, right? Second half, he took like fucking 12 sacks and wasn't reading coverages. You can tell the game's way too fast for him. He's completely overwhelmed. And that's why there's so many underneath throws in this offense, because these quarterbacks, they don't know how to handle the NFL. And they're late round draft picks, so why are you even throwing them out there unless you're forced to? Unless you're like the Vikings are forced to throw out a fucking undrafted quarterback, then why? Like, why? Why not try to get someone who's, you know, at least proven a little bit? They don't have anyone on the roster like that. They have Watson, but I believe Watson's hurt and he's a rapist, so it doesn't really fucking matter, to be honest with you. And they probably should have kept Kenny Pickett, to be honest with you. If they had Pickett, you know, Pickett could be the starter the whole fucking year. If he sucks, so why? You get a big draft pick and you can pick a quarterback, right? I mean, you wasted 2 fucking picks on 2 quarterbacks who have glaring deficiencies and problems with their game. And none of those have any room for development, for improvement whatsoever. There's no fucking physical talent here with any of these quarterbacks. So, I mean, you've got to cut bait with both these guys. Maybe try to trade Shedeur, or I don't even know what. Once again, he went in the 5th round, so no team wanted him to begin with, so he'll probably end up getting cut. I don't know. This is probably his last year ever. This first and last year ever in the NFL. He's not proving anything to anybody other than the cultists who will take a 3-yard check down as, oh my god, look at the arm talent. I mean, The glaze for this guy's unbelievable. Please stop looking at it from your rose-tinted fucking goddamn Sanders family loving glasses. Please, can you look at it from an NFL perspective? How this is not acceptable quarterback play. The talent's not there. The coaching's bad. There's really no weapons, but still, man. I mean, even with all the gaffes and mistakes the Browns made, they wouldn't have won the game with the way their offense was, with the way their quarterback was playing. They were going to need big plays to get back in this game. Other than one big play that Shedeur made, he didn't do anything else in this game. One good play, and that is it. And that's unacceptable, and this guy just does not have the makeup or the talent of an NFL quarterback. It's that fucking simple. Neither does Gabriel. I'm not trying to glaze Gabriel in this video. I've said, Gabriel's a scrub. He's not very good. He's too short. He's not an NFL quarterback. Neither is Shedeur. Just because Shedeur's taller and is a better playmaker doesn't mean he's any fucking better. Let's call spade to spade here. Let's try to be as honest as we can in this video. It's embarrassing. And why are so many people ride or die with this fucking guy? How do so many people fail to realize this is not an NFL quarterback? So many people have been borderline brainwashed by this guy being adequate in college, where he was throwing with to wide open players in a high school offense with all day to throw. I mean, come on, that guy was never going to be good in the NFL. Let's fucking be real. And I don't get it. I really don't. I fail to understand it. I'm done with this video, folks. Thank you all for watching. This has been Mr. Truth, and this was nothing but the truth.